Estate planning can creating a will are tasks that many people might think of as intimidating.
But it's likely easier than many think. Joining us now with more is Todd Mickelberg, Nebraska Community Foundation's Director of Gift Planning. Thanks for being here today, Todd.
Good to see you both.
Yes.
Yes, ready for the weekend?
I am. Always look forward to that.
Yes, I know we do too. And so we are coming to the end of National Estate Planning Week. So for those who are watching today, what would you like to tell them about estate planning?
Yeah, so estate planning is just a really important step for people to take, and there's lots of good reasons to do it, but I have three that I like to think of. One, we want to make sure our kids are taken care of and provided for, and having a plan in place just makes your intentions very clear, makes it easy for them. Secondly, having a well thought out estate plan saves time and money. But then the third reason that's important to me is that my wife and I have supported charities throughout our lifetime, and we want to make sure that those charities are provided for in our estate plan. And to do that, though, you have to be intentional about it, and you actually have to take that step to make that happen.
Okay, so, when you're thinking about this, how can people get started when it comes to putting their charitable intentions into their plan?
Yeah, I think what I'd like to do is tell you the story of two Nebraska women. So the first one I want to tell you about is a young lady from Howells. And she grew up in Howells, came down here to Lincoln, attended UNL, graduated just a few years ago. But her and her husband decided to go back to Howells and live there. And they love living around family. They like the vibe of Howells. But just a few days ago, she came down to my office and we visited, and she is looking at the future of Howells and wanting to make sure that that's provided for. And so we talked through some options, and she is most likely going to set up a beneficiary designation of her retirement plan. Something very simple but very impactful. The other Nebraska woman is out in McCook, and this is an individual who spent her entire adult life out in McCook. In July, she celebrated her 100th birthday. And she's in the position where she's looking back, and she sees what an important role that McCook played in her life. She made a similar decision. She is going to name McCook as beneficiary of her retirement plans. So I think the lesson from these women are, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your community, you can take that step to do something to impact your hometown.
And I know that you offer resources to help people get started, so what's the first step?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that people can do. One, we have this really good website. It's 5tothrivene.org, and a person can go out there and find all sorts of tools that might help them get started. But what a lot of people do is they contact NCF. I'm fortunate to work with a colleague named Becky Reese, who's based in Ord, and the two of us will sit down and talk with people, find out what their intentions are, give them some ideas so that they're prepped to go and have that conversation with their attorney.
Okay, and you mentioned 5 to Thrive. What is that?
Yeah, so 5 to Thrive, it really is an invitation, and that invitation says, hey, would you consider leaving 5% of your wealth to the charities that have impacted you during your life, including your hometown?
Okay.
Okay, so what else would you like viewers to know today?
Yeah, when I thought about that, there's a tagline that most of us are familiar with, and it's just do it. And I think that can apply to estate planning, is just do it. It's easier than you think, and it will give you a lot of peace of mind.
All good stuff. Thank you for coming in today, Todd.
Thank you.
Yes, all right. And more Pure Nebraska is on the way.